Good morning on this bright and breezy, lovely day of the Sunday, the 28th of March, the last Sunday of March. Wow, after last weekend, wow, you can still see the bags under my eyes. It was a long weekend, but well productive. And let's get this out of the way. Thank you, everybody that got involved, building, supporting the builders at home, wives, girlfriends, family, children getting involved, and all that sort of the other. Everyone from all over the world, and mainly thank you very much for all the donations as well. Hold that thought. We're going to come to that in a minute or two. But this week it's not going to be a full hour and a half long. It'll be as long as it is. Got quite a few bits and pieces to go through, but more about that as we go. So let's kick off straight away and let's see who is saying good morning to everyone. So first in there is the model trucker, Lewis, saying good morning, James, and everyone else. Daniel Baxter saying good morning, all. Good morning. Barry Richardson saying hiya, gang. Mark Ewing from Edinburgh Man Cave, who has got a YouTube channel just started, so please like and subscribe and press the bell icon. He says good morning, people, chilling out with a coffee before I need to work in the garden. Oh, I sort of know that feeling, but yeah, enjoy the coffee. Mine's just here. Unfortunately, I've drunk it too quickly. So Scale Model Vamp saying good morning, all. Good morning, Mark, how you doing? We've got Eric is watching us on the Facebook page. Cool. Say good morning, James. Good morning, all. And Model Trucker just finished off there saying, and a very big well done to you, James, for organising it all. Yeah. enough of all that. That's fine. It's I enjoyed thoroughly putting it all together, and a little bit of hard work, yes, but it was fun, and I've had a lot of good feedback, so thanks for that. And it would appear that we've managed to inspire a few people. Ian Douthwaite, if he's not in yet, he might be in later on, but he's fallen down that rabbit hole of dioramas, and you'll be assured that I'm going to encourage you in that. Sorry. So yeah, yeah, it was a great weekend, and we had 32 people said they would get involved. We actually ended up with 26 or 28 finishes, which is the highest amount of people getting involved and doing the build. So yeah, in 4 years. So yeah, fantastic. And some of the things which I took from the weekend was, in our other group builds for our birthday bash, we've been a little bit selective, so limiting the choice of what you can do quite a bit. And in this one, we threw it open to pretty much anything. And I think, to be honest, that's something in which we're going to continue next year. Yes, plans are afoot already. They were pretty much an hour after we finished. We started muting different ideas of what we're going to do. There's going to be a much bigger build up to next year, and a lot of interesting things are going to be changing within this YouTube group or page channel, and the Facebook page as well. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm still working it all out. So just as a teaser, we're going to start asking guys to buy us a coffee, effectively. And what that does is a little bit like Patreon in some respects, but slightly different. And I'll go into more depth in that later. But basically, we're going to ask you to buy us a coffee to get involved with the group builds, which will, any money that is made will go towards the prizes for the group builds, some stuff for our 48-hour build next year, and also a percentage of it will be donated straight to Models for Heroes as well. So once I've got it all finalized and sorted, I will I'll do a thing on a Sunday and explain exactly what the thing is going to involve. There is also the opportunity for membership. With that will come some freebies, and there is also a possibility of mentoring. But as I say, once we finalize and knuckled that all down, I'll go over that a lot more in depth with you guys, and keep you abreast. But the main reason for that, and I want to assure anybody that's watching, for the last 4 years or so, I've paid out my own pocket for the trophies and for the medals and all that sort of stuff, and I'm happy to do that. It's a great community, and it's lovely to inspire people. So I don't mind investing that into it. However, in the long term, I'm not sure that I can maintain that to the level in which I want. And obviously, things are getting bigger and bolder, and there is it's no business. It's not a business at all. And when we go down that route of buying a coffee, which effectively will give us a little bit of income to pay for the bits and pieces, it's not a business. It will not ever be a business. It's not aimed in a way of which I can make money out of you guys. It's purely a case to keep things afloat. So that, for example, that will give us a chance that we on a Sunday once a month, maybe we can do I don't know, just off the top of my head, something like I guess the kit or something along those lines, where there is a physical prize. Nothing amazing, nothing exciting, but a sticker or a mug or something like that. But that can all go towards keeping those things generating. So yeah, that's the idea. It's all in planning at the moment. So yeah, let us know what you're doing today. Let us know if you are obviously at the bench and what your plans are in the chat. That'd be really handy to know. So what I will do, because I am so organized, just to let you know, the Just Giving page is still open. That is the Just Giving page just there. The link for it, if it's not in the YouTube description below, it will be by the end of this show. If you're not quite sure, then head over to the Model Officers Mess, because I know it's there as well. You can go on the Just Giving page and just type in James Skiffins and it should come up with the Just Giving page. Yeah, so that's something that's is going to be open until the end of today. It closes at midnight tonight. And if you want to add a little bit more into the total, you're more than welcome. I'd be very happy if you did. So no fancy show clips with that. They've all been removed because we've been fiddling with other stuff. So yeah, so that's there. So what I will do though is I will share with you right now. He says, pressing and clunking a few buttons. I will show you the running total that is at the moment. So there you go. We have reached our target. In fact, we're just over the target by 2%, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, the reason I've mentioned it is if we have just a little bit more of a push from anybody that's watching this and wants to donate and get out to that a nice round figure, that'd be lovely. But honestly, thank you so much for everything you've given so far. But there you go, 12 people watching. Drop a cost of a copy in, and that'll round it up a little bit. If we can get to £50, round that up to £1,050, that'd be fantastic. But we reached the target. I wasn't sure we would, but I'm really chuffed we did. So thank you so much for everybody that got involved with that. So the purpose of today is to go through and remind you of a few bits and pieces that is going on. And one of the things in which I want to go straight into, he says, clunk, click, 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 and clunk, is the group builds in the Model Officers mess. We've mentioned it before anyway, but there we go. So if you're not quite sure where to find this in the mess, this is actually, let me go full screen on that, because it's, you see my face, do you really? And you don't really need to see that message either. Take that off. Go to stop messaging. Oh, not that one. That one. That's where I want to be. So if you want to find this file, it's ever so easy. If you just go onto a desktop, go over to the far side of the top where you've got your announcements, etc., and you'll find a tab that says File, and in that file you're looking for this Opportunity Awaits. And this is a rundown for all the group builds for 2021. So as you can see, looking at our calendar, our first group build, the group of the Gulf War, finishes today. So I'll put the reveal album up after the show. If you've been involved in the group build, please make sure you've adhered to the rules, etc., which are all explained. And get your 3 pictures in the reveal album, and then we can choose a winner from that, our first group build of the year. The exciting part is the next group build is about to start on the 3rd of April, which is Spaceflight. So as you can see, this is the calendar for this year. Let's work down here. And just remind you within this, obviously remind you all that on every last Tuesday of the month, there is a Best Build Tuesday post, of which the admins will hard work, go through all your work, and pick out a couple of winners, and those winners will be the banners for the month. Not necessarily 1, it could be up to 4. It really depends on how it falls. I have a slight apology to make to those of this month. If I've not put your banner up, because obviously the big drive that we had throughout the week before the build weekend and this week, I apologize for that, but your builds will be entered into the model of the year, which just happens to be the next bit there to talk about. So the model of the year is a little bit different this year to last. Everyone can enter any model they like that they finished within this year, and I want to encourage everyone to enter their builds, ensuring it as hard as possible for the admins to make the choice at the end of the year. But also, if you have one, for example, the best builds Tuesdays. Those builds go into that automatically. If you have won a group build, then that goes into the model of the year automatically. And all of those finished builds for the 48-hour build go into that automatically as well. So anyone that didn't finish their build within the 48 hours, that's not a problem. There was no pressure as such to finish it. It was more of a challenge to see how far you could get with it within the 48 hours. Once you're finished, pop your pictures up into the reveal album for 48 hours, and they all will be entered into the Model of the Year competition as an added thank you for your efforts. So as you go down, it gives you an explanation of each category. These ones have obviously now passed, so we are now heading towards spaceflight, 60-year anniversary of spaceflight. And your opportunity to build in this would be you can use any scale or type of model of spacecraft used in the last 60 years of spaceflight, as well as any science fiction subject that is used in space, i.e., Star Wars, etc., etc., etc. Now, this is also as a special difference, if you like, to this group build, is that this is also open and includes Lego, plastic or resin kits. So anything basically that's space orientated that you want to enter in, you're more than welcome to do so. That starts on the 3rd of April and finishes on the 26th of June. So like I say, if you want a little bit more information about the rules, etc., there will be a post go up. I haven't done it quite yet, but there will be a post that goes up, like with all the group builds, which will explain all the rules, etc. And on that post, which will be an announcement, pinned announcement, I would ask you to just tap in there, I'm in, and then follow the rules. It's all the same. So yeah, there you go. That's coming up. Let's head over to the chat very quickly, see what everybody is up to. Lewis is just saying there, next year 148th U-boat. Dear, yes. Yeah, with all the PE that's on that U-boat, you wouldn't get past the first stage, I wouldn't think, in 48 hours. Stranger things have happened. Mark Ewan is saying maybe a 172nd too for people who aren't confident enough to build 148th in 48 hours. Yeah. Yes, that is a thought. But I want to keep it to the 148th. I think the reason being is there's lots of types of kits out there that are quick builds. You don't have to get too complicated with a Hellcat from Edward with lots of PE. Although Mark pulled it off, I didn't, obviously. But yeah, it is all about the 48-hour build. Is all about the choice of kit, without a doubt. So that's really important. But I'll definitely go through that a lot more within the build up of next year. I may even do a section a month or two before it, where we do like a little video or something with some suggestions on what would be good kits to do. And maybe what we'll do with that is we'll throw it open to you guys, and maybe you can throw, I'll put a comment up and you can throw your ideas in as what you think would be a good kit to do within that 48 hours. The other section of the 48-hour building, which we will develop a lot more next year, which I did late this year, so I apologize, is I really want as many people involved as possible. So it might be an opportunity as you as a modeler to say to your children or your relatives, come on, we'll do a build. Now, obviously with children, it's a bit difficult because you're going to have the retention element there, keeping their concentration and attention. So snap together kits and all that sort of stuff. And that would be, for children, that would be open to anything at all. So, we can throw into their Lego, we can throw into their 172nd snap together kits, pre-painted kits and all that sort of stuff. And we can make the children's element, we'll make that on a Saturday on the daytime side. So realistically, they're not doing 48 hours, they're only doing a couple of hours maybe, or an afternoon or something. yeah, it'd be nice to develop that a little bit more and involve many more people, because it is a solitary hobby. And when we selfishly take 48 hours for ourselves to build a model, selfishly it'd be good to give them a distraction, so they feel involved in it and they don't feel like you're deserting them. So maybe even a partner stroke wife element, where you challenge them to do something. Again, it can be a simple kit, it could even be a Meng toon tank or something like that. That would be fun. So yeah, all those sorts of ideas, PM me through the Facebook group and let me know what your thoughts are. I will plan to communicate with you throughout the year and try and draw as many ideas as we can. That way we can make it as big and bold as we possibly can, because we sort of gone a little bit big this year. Maybe next year we need to go a little bit bigger. So we've got the guys from the podcast. They have, although a year's a long time, so commitment is difficult, but they've said they're up for it. The guys from the Netherlands said they're up for it for next year. So we've already sort of got those guys, but I want to get more. Now, if we can get them, I really like to set the challenge out to On the Bench podcast. I need to contact them sort of now to get them to pencil it in and nail them down now. Maybe we can try and get some a celebrity element to it. The world's our oyster, so I'm hoping next year will be bigger and bolder. And there is the possibility, because trying to build and do all the bits and pieces as well is quite complicated. So what we may do next year is we may have dedicated hosts for parts of the 48 hours. Now, obviously, the 48 hours side of it is important that people rest. But what we may do next year is we may even try to broadcast for 48 hours, which will be a challenge. So, yeah, like I say, that's all up in the air and we'll work that out. Let's go through the chat, see what's going on. Lewis just saying that I can't put a link in the chat for your name. I would assume that's to do with the Just Giving. That's fine, don't worry. Lewis is also saying, what happened to your Hellcat? My Hellcat is up there. It's all boxed up. I will come back to it because it's something I want to do, and unfortunately I have to complete both of the kits that are in the combo kit, because I want to do two particular schemes, so they will be done. But they're all safe. I've not thrown it. I've not had a tantrum or wibble. I had a wibble, obviously. You saw that live. But I didn't have a wibble and throw it in the bin or anything. It's there. It will be done, but not under pressure. Morning, Chancer. Chancer's with us now as well. Thanks for being with us. Steve from Scally's Totally Scale Models is there, saying good morning. Good morning, Steve. Thank you for being with us. Lewis is just making comment of wife partner build off. Yeah, we could really go to town with this. So maybe different rules for that, but I don't know. Glenn Woodruff is there. Say good morning, all. Good morning. 17 people watching. Make sure you say hello, because obviously I like to involve you in this chat and tell us what you're up to this weekend. As you can see just behind me, the diorama that I did for the 48-hour build is obviously complete. I've added a few bits and pieces to it, little details that I've added because it's going to be auctioned. So I put a couple of figures in there, and there'll be a little bit of detritus on the street, etc. The box, which is just here, as you can see, the box frame, the interior is now painted. I've made a box that will clip onto the frame. I've got to get some lighting in there, which is a little complicated, but I will work it out. Just take a little bit of time to figure that out. And then I've obviously got to paint the exterior as well. And then once that's all done, the background here in the photo frame will have a picture, so it's got a nice background to it. And then once we've figured that all out, it will go up for auction, and obviously that all of the money from that will go directly to models for heroes. The only downside to it is I didn't anticipate doing that to start with. So that will be added on to the total once we have closed the Just Giving page, unfortunately. But I'll keep you abreast of that. You know, it'll definitely go there. It won't go anywhere else. Chat's going a bit mad now. We've got Stefan Mertens. He's saying, good morning, James. Have a good Sunday. Thank you very much, mate. We got a Facebook user, which is Danny from the Netherlands, saying, good morning, James. Good morning, all. Hope you're well. And we've got Tim Scale modeling. Morning, Jimbo. Morning, all. Morning, Tim. Tim, we're going to definitely get you involved next year with a 48-hour build. So make sure you've got penciled in your diary. You need to take the weekend off. I know that's difficult to arrange, but you've got a year's notice. So I hope you'll be able to do it. And I am busy waffling because I'm looking at the calendar right now. So it will be Friday the 25th of March 2022. So pencil that in, and we'll get you involved definitely. And thank you for your support, actually, because if anyone doesn't know, Tim is from a Facebook page called British Aviation in Scale, and he was one of many people that was supportive by allowing me to in their groups and pimp the event. So thank you very much for your support. And bugger, don't tell me you're already booked on that time, are you? You'll definitely get involved. I'm gonna have to come down and drag you up here. I'll get you involved, don't you worry. Hopefully there won't be a model show event, but yeah, one thing I will be doing as well is I will be adding an online challenge, if you like, or online element to advertising for the next year, and that will be going on the main UK. I got to check it. Do you know, I can't think what it's called. How rude is that of me? IPMS website. I'm going to stick notice on that, so we hopefully get some of the guys from IPMS involved as well. And I really want to rock out the amount of entries we get. So anyway, I'm waffling. But yes, so yeah, we're hoping to make it a much bigger and bolder thing. If we can get on the bench guys podcast involved, obviously they're based in Australia. And the idea being is if we can get enough people in different time zones to make that 48-hour live constant broadcast involved, then that's what we'll do. It was great that the guys in the States got involved in our time. That was really, really helpful. Unexpected, but really helpful. So yeah, that's what we're hoping for. I've also put a feeler out to some lesser known modelers in, well, they're well-known modelers, but they're lesser known in the fact that where they are based in the world, so Philippines and that sort of thing. But we'll see. It's all lots to be done, so it's going to be an interesting one. So stand by, birds, for that. Right, so what we did do is we've shown you the total. We reached our target, and I've had another donation today, which has taken it a little bit further. There's a few more pennies to go in. Those people that got with the actual physical build, whether they finished or not, have been contacted for their opportunity to own a one-off limited edition campaign medal, which shows that they took part in the build, and that will be organized and sourced, sent out in the next week or so. Anyone that won a prize on the event, you can just see them here. They are there. I am waiting on a couple of bits and pieces in which I'd hope to be here by now, that I can put in the gifts to send out to you. One of the things I'm waiting for is something from the Plastic Posse, which they posted on the first or around the first couple of days of February, and it's still not here. So hopefully they'll get here. If not, I have to go out without them. But bear with me; they will go out. I promise. Yeah, that'll all be sorted. Right, so we have done the group builds, what we're up to. Let's head over to your work. Sorry, I'm just crunching a few buttons because please don't message me, because I don't want to show people's messages, etc., etc. So let's go over to the model officer mess, and we're going to look at this is one of the posts that goes up on a regular basis, which is what's on the bench. This is the Saturday's post, and we're going to have a look at the work that you have put on there. That's full screen. That's lovely. Right, so we've got 32 comments there. Not all of them will be pictures, but a lot of them will be, I guess. So first off, we've got Dan Cook. PE is what's on his bench. Work in progress. Very tidy bench, very tidy photo. Shame I don't know what it is, but yeah, thank you for sharing that. Lewis got all excited because someone said PE. Chris Walters, I know for a fact that this is the Hong Kong Models Mosquito 1/32, and he's obviously playing with his wheels. That's looking pretty mint already. He's going to do a good job on that, I can tell you. Thank you for that, Chris. That's a good update. Next, we got Andy Craig. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that meme says it all, doesn't it? Track links. And I bet that's how he looked afterwards as well. Thanks, Rob, for putting it in. That's really made me chuckle, that has. Dear. Next up is Daniel. Daniel's doing a Flyhawk 1/700th SMS. The finger, I believe. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I do apologize, but it's a small boat. And oh my God, look at that. That's got some detail on it. That's very nice. I'm not completely sold with the idea of boats yet, but I must admit, I really did enjoy the Corvette I made. So much so, I actually went and bought another one. But anyway, it was fun. And this, the Photo X King himself. This is for his 1/350th Turk Pits by Revell. And this little piece here, I believe, I might be right in saying, had 26 or 29 pieces, all had to be bent and glued into place. That's my new madman. You're a madman. But yeah, thanks for sharing that, Lewis. Really cool. So this is Rob. Not the best kit, but still, what you can make of it. An M998 cargo troop carrier Humvee. I don't know what make it is though, or what scale. It's a shame. I can see a Humvee in the background there that's already done. Quite nice though. Cool. Thanks for sharing that, Rob. Oh, this is Andy Yates up next. Just finished this fella. Salvage from a scrap box with the rider in pink nail polish. Okay. Cool. That's pretty good, isn't it? I like that. Nice salvaging. I like the idea of that, of the casualty on the side there. Clever. Thanks, Andy, for sharing that. Next up is Gary Hicks. This is his work that he's doing at the moment. This is, I believe, a 1/35th Tamiya T35 off the top of my head, or 36. A winter scene and some lovely chipping effects going on that. Inspiring me to do a winter scene. This is, I have seen this before, but he's put a good few pictures up. It is the T34, sorry. There you go. Lovely. When you post your pictures up, you can pop a little description in with your first post. That would be wonderful, because it just helps me, because I don't know all the kits, obviously. But yeah, nice, really nice chipping he's done on that. Work in progress, but yeah, it's coming along really, really nicely, Gary. Really nicely. Yeah. Beautiful. Don Pedro. Now, this is a diorama. I do like this an awful lot. This is a 135th Sherman with casualties. Obviously, it is being damaged. And yeah, it's finished. He did this for a friend. And he managed to do this in, I think, 40 hours or something along those lines. But yeah, really, really remarkable job. Really like that one. Thanks for sharing that, Don. Get my teeth in. Oh, my life. What can you say to that? This is John Ludgreen. I have no idea what that is or what scale that is, but that is beautiful work. And I suspect that might even be that might even be a nice little 1/72 kit, but I have no idea. I really don't. But lovely. And I think, annoyingly enough, I think that is one of the Navy birds, American Navy birds, that I really like, but I can't. Intruder, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's an intruder. I'm not sure, but it's really nice work. Well done. Yeah, just having it confirmed there that it is in fact the A6 intruder. Indeed. Really, really nice. And Lewis just reminded me there that 29 pieces was that photo etch that I described. 29 pieces. My God. Oh, yeah, don't know what to say to that. Lewis is just saying a description, but it's so much fun watching you guess them. It's a bit like Nat's guess the kit for one. Yeah, it is, Lewis. You're not far off wrong there. So next up is Mark Ewing. This is him getting his ICM 132nd I-16 finished. Also clearing and sorting out the workbench. Yes, he's got a few bits and pieces on the workbench in which he wants to clear out because he has got a project coming up that will be filmed on his YouTube channel. I don't know if I pimped that before, but I think I have. Yeah, so go like and subscribe and press the bell icon. He's taken up the challenge that I set to some of you, if you were willing to take it on. And it was to pick a kit in which you've made in the earlier part of your modelling career. Now, the reason I say it like that, it doesn't have to be one you built as a child, because maybe you've only been in the hobby for 4 or 5 years or something and never built them before. So one of your first kits you built, buy again, give it another go, see if you can see a difference in your progression and journey as a model maker. But this certainly is a lovely build. It's a lovely little kit. I know he's had a few issues, problems with it, but it's a stonking job. Well done, Mark. If you could stop making quite so many nice models, that would be really helpful. I don't mean that. I don't. This is Andy Gregg. Got some on, apparently. Yeah, this is a German tank. Panzer Mark 1 or 2, I guess. But that is beautiful. That really is beautiful. I really like that. You've got that spot on. Phenomenal. I'm not a great lover of tanks, if I'm honest, but that looks phenomenal. Well done, Andy. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see if I got that right. Panzer 1 or 2. Oh, Eric's telling me it's a Panzer Mark 4. Damn it. I got Panzer bit right. This is Eric. Eric's still working on his M60A1 crew. The great thing about crewmen wearing goggles is you don't have to struggle to get there to paint their eyes. Yeah, that's very true. But looking good. I like the way you've done that camo as well. Oh, look at that. That's better. Yeah, that camo ain't going to be easy to do, is it? And I'm going to ask the question. Is that Humbrol acrylics you've used? If so, how'd you get on with them? Interesting. Yeah, well, nice. I think that's all of Eric's pictures. Yeah. Yeah, nice work, Eric. Liking that. Here we go. Jim Reese, he's making this. Now, I'm going to make a guess. I think, well, these are definitely figures, and it looks as if he's doing quite a bit of scratch building to them as well. Interesting. I'd like to know more about that, please, Jim. Let us know what they are, what you're making, and what you hope them to be. Sorry, I had to have a swig of coffee. Cold coffee, but it's a swig nevertheless. Nice. Like that a lot. Oh, now then. This is Ian, and this is his diorama base. He's obviously doing some work. I like the way you've done that brickwork on there. Nice and beaten up brickwork. Lovely. Well done, Ian. Yeah, it's coming along lovely, isn't it? Very interesting. Yeah, you've done a really fine job on that, mate. Well done. That looks special. Very, very special indeed. Although, again, the only thing I would say is if you could put a description in, how you've made it, what materials you've made, that would be really helpful. Just so we can all take a little bit of learning from it. We're all here to inspire each other. Eric's just saying, no, I use for Valerio and acrylic and Revell acrylics. Oh, okay. It just looked like a Humbrol pot. Maybe it is still a Humbrol pot. I don't know. But anyway, cool. What else we got? Andy Yates, a foot transplant for his Cobra tie conversion. Nice. A little bit different than unusual. I like that. Again, this is a salvaged Britain's figure, saved from the bin, and some stuff from the bits box. Nice. Britain's figure, that would be a metal figure, wouldn't it? I think, Andy. Nice. I like that. I like the salvaging as well. Is this something you found in some? I'm not saying you're rooting through people's bins, because that really isn't what I'm saying. But is it something that you've thrown out, or something you've come across in a skip, or something like that? I don't know. Let us know. It'd be interesting. But it's good to see. The great Marcus White. Oh my God! Would you believe this? He's working on a signifier, a standard bearer for his current scene. And if you've not seen Marcus's, I know you've probably seen Marcus's work, but if you haven't seen what he's working on right now, head over to Diorama Art on Facebook, which is his own page. And as you can see, that clearly shows that he does so much work and adapting of figures. He is just really, really quite amazing. And that is something. It's something that I haven't learned. Something I really want to learn. Because the world is your oyster. Look at that. It's just brilliant. And I'm guessing that all of this detail on the standard itself are all scratch built by him. That's a lot of time and patience. Well done, Marcus. Thank you so much for sharing. Awe-inspiring. Not a word I use very often, but yeah, awe-inspiring. And this is what I love about sharing your work. It's just wow. Wow, yeah, that's awe-inspiring as well. This is Bast. He's finally finished or finalizing this jet. Now, answers on the postcard if you know what jet this is. I think this is a shooting star, but I could be completely wrong. I don't know the scale either, but it is that's really nice paint job on that. Look at that. Really nice. I love that. And the tonal differences you've got on that grey is just, that's wonderful. Really, really nice. A little investigating will have to be done. Almost coming to the end now. Eric, this is just waiting for a couple of paint touch-ups to dry before I can add the crew to the M60A1. Wow. That's very, very nice, Eric. Really, really, really nice. I like that. And a nice teasing shot of his tracks there, but those tracks look in excellent order as well. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Eric. Now there is one more comment. And this is Stefan. And this is a diorama scale 1/35th that he's working on right now. And that's an awesome build as well. Stefan's a very, very good modeler. He keeps sharing his stuff, and every time it's just all inspiring. It really is. As a diorama builder, I can just my reaction to that is a little bit like Lewis with his PE. Really, really nice. I know Stefan has added some more pictures in the mess, but yeah, check them out. That's crazy good. So there you go. That's everybody's work that we're going to share this week. If you aren't a member of the Model Officers Mess Facebook page, head over, answer a couple of questions, and get involved. It's a great community. We've just got over 2,000 members now. And I won't go too far down this, but there we go. There's a Scott, for example, with his A10 that he's done for the group build, but we'll do the reveal on that on our next show. And this is all part of the group build, is to make an album up of your build, show the journey that you make with your build. It's there to inspire people. It's there to pick up tips and tricks. If you do something that's a little bit different to just literally out of the box, yeah, let people know, take a picture and let them know what you did, and we can all learn as we go along. Or even just, this is the kit I bought and these are my thoughts on it. That's good too. In fact, actually, I can't help myself, but I'm going to. So I think this is done. Oh, the kit sucked, he said. The main paints stunk and the details were horrible. Not at all happy except to be finished. Well, I got to be honest with you, Scott. It's another cracking build. Look at that. Very nice. A sneaky peek. Done a good job, mate. I think you've done a good job. I'm not going to go through the Facebook page anymore. So there you go. Like I say, if you're not involved already, get over to the Facebook group and pop your work on there. Show us what you're doing. Have a sneaky peek and a dribble and a drool over everybody else's. Make sure you leave a comment. Tell them what you think. Always polite, obviously. We don't tolerate any silliness in the group, and touch wood. In the 4+ years in which we've been running it, we haven't had any silliness. So it's a good group. Eric's just saying there that yes, it's a Humbrol pot just used to prop up. Yeah. Lewis is just saying there that, oh, he liked that tank. And Roger Clark saying that jet is a Republic Thunderflash. Oh, I was close, but not close enough, obviously. But yeah, Tim's just shooting off. Thanks very much for being with us. Take care, Tim. Nice for you to drop in. 22 people watching. If you haven't said hello already, say hello. So that's what you're up to this week. So there you go. I've been rambling for nearly 50 odd minutes. Thank you for being with us. What I do need to no, I've done that, haven't I? Yes. Yeah, so just to recap and recall, our Gulf War group build is coming to a close today. I'll put the reveal album up in the next hour or so. Pop your 3 pictures only in that. Any more pictures you want to post up, put that in your album. So 3 best shots of your model, and that will give the admins a little bit of work to do. Obviously, this week we were joined, or last week we were joined, or last weekend we were joined as an admin from Nat. Nat did a wonderful bit of supporting over the weekend for me, so a big thank you to her, and she's now a permanent admin on the group. I will be adding another admin in the next week or so to level it up, because I don't like to have odd numbers of admins. The main reason for that is when they choose the winners of builds and stuff. I genuinely most of the time don't actually get involved. They make the choices, it's all done, and I'm only there if it's like a tie or something. But obviously with an odd number we don't have ties, so that would make me redundant completely, which is a good thing in some respects. But yeah, I like to have it. I don't like to have odd numbers. So yeah, so I will be adding another admin really soon. Hopefully we can announce that next week. So yeah, that sort of wraps up. For those of you who watch the Sunday Parade, obviously during the lockdown period and all the COVID nonsense that's been going on, it's been a weekly show. In a negative way, it's a bit negative, but it's more positive actually than it is negative. In the coming weeks, we are going to go back. We are going to go to a fortnightly show rather than a weekly show. The main reason for that is because I'm going to be going back to work in the next couple of weeks, and I want to be able to concentrate a lot more on what we're actually doing and how we're doing it. If I do builds and stuff with you, like I have done in the past, which I hope to do, that could be tricky in the fact that it will make the builds much longer, and that might suck my mojo. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, but we'll figure something out. But yeah, so the main reason is that generally on a Sunday I don't work, but every other weekend I have a long weekend. So we're going to start doing our Sunday Parade on a fortnightly basis. And that probably will start, he says, just going down the calendar to try and make sure I got the dates correctly. In theory, that will start from next week. So there should be a show on the 4th. Now, the reason I say should is because my birthday is just before that, and I don't know what's planned. So I have to talk to the god of my household and just ask permission. No, I don't have to ask permission. I just want to make sure I'm not going to clash, that's all. So yeah, so there'll be a show next week, and then after that it will be a fortnightly show. What we may do is we might pop in a hangout alternate to the actual parade. So with the hangout, it would be something that would be off the cuff, and it would be a case of anyone could come jump in and get involved, and it won't go live. It would just be a impersonal, yeah, I think that's the right word. Just a group of people having a little natter and a chat, sometime during the Sunday maybe. So yeah, so that's the plan. I just want to rationalize exactly what I'm doing, because obviously lockdown for me, I've been shielding for the majority of the last 12 months, and I'll let loose. So yeah, I need to get out there and become part of the human race again, rather than hiding away. Hi Colin, how are you doing? He's saying hi to myself and obviously to everybody else. Thanks for popping in. And Lewis is just saying happy 65th birthday for next week, James. Yeah, it's a bit early. It's like many years too early, Lewis. But I know that's because I had a little pop at him yesterday about his age. He doesn't look too bad for mid-50s, does he? But you know, hey ho. Yeah, so that's going to be a change to the schedule. But what we will do, we'll see how that goes. I need to make sure that I've got time for myself as well, and it'll give me more time to keep on top of the admin's bits and pieces on the page, and developing the ideas like the 48-hour build and other events that are coming up. I also will be getting involved with the scale model vets from the Netherlands. They'll be doing another 48-hour build to celebrate their birthday, which is in the latter part of the year. But I'll keep you posted, because obviously we'll pimp them a little bit, and hopefully we can show our support as they show the support for us. That would be quite cool. So there you go. 19 people watching, and sort of fluctuated up and down. I've not pimped this everywhere this week. It's literally gone up on my YouTube account and on the Facebook account, or Facebook page rather. I'm going to slow up on the pimping, because I don't want to offend other groups, other people. We do share as a community what we're doing, and I'd encourage other groups like Colin, for example, and Luke, and Steph, and anybody that would like to pimp their YouTube channels. Mark, for example, there is a section for that in the model officer's mess. There is a bit where you can pop in your YouTube links and all that sort of stuff, because we're supporting everybody in the community. We're a small community, but very large. There's we're spread out all over the place, so it's very important that we do that. And obviously I would like the support of other people, other members of the community. So hopefully we can give each other the same respect and pass that backwards and forwards. So yes, there you go. That sort of sums up this week. My next project that we'll be doing live will be a diorama. It will also be a diorama in a picture frame like this one. It has some resin printed bits, a resin printed figure, and that's all I'm going to tell you. It's going to be quite a challenge, quite a big diorama in itself. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit out there. It's not my usual sort of thing. So I've started the figure painting already, and the figure does have wings. So that might give you a clue. I'm not hiding it from anybody. It is literally there. I just move my head the right way. There. And I quickly hide it. So it's a figure in which I started painting. I haven't done the wings. The wings will be done live. God help me, I've never done them before. So we'll do that live within the parade, probably next week. And then we'll do how we're going to do the picture frame, how that's put together, what's going to go inside it, and a little bit of work on it as a diorama. We'll knock that up, much to Colin and Dave's annoyance. It'll be ever so easy. Got no idea how to do it at all yet until I do it, but there you go. I'm sure it'll all go really well. But yeah, that's coming up. Then obviously we have at the end of April now, unfortunately, because of the it's stuck on a container ship, probably in the Suez Canal at the wrong angle. We've got a review coming up of the HK 148th Lancaster. We're going to do a comparison video with that. That will be the Tamiya kit that I've already got in 148th against the HK one, and then we will be building that as well. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make it for the Saturday Night Crashes Bomber Command build, I don't think, but I might do. It doesn't finish until the end of June, I think. June or July, Lewis, if you're watching, if you know. Yeah, so you can get involved in that as well if you fancy doing something to do with Bomber Command. It's open to lots of things. Get involved. So coming up after me at 12:30 will be Colin and Dave from Fester's Workshop. They're going to go through your work in their Sunday brunch. So make sure you post up a picture or so in that. Show your support and love. We've obviously got Fester and Dad will be in between show. You've got Fox as well later. Sunday, as always, is pretty packed, but I am going to go off and support Models for Heroes in an online show, effectively. That's my afternoon. I'll be painting some figures, which I've started to make here in 148th. This is not for that diorama, it's for something different. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that this afternoon. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. And Lewis has just reminded me that the Bomber Command group build finishes on the 27th of June. So yeah, I don't get the kit until late April. Yeah, I might be able to get it done. I don't know. Hopefully, I want to, because I did say I would do it. So yeah. Anyway, so that's it for the Sunday Parade this week. We've just gone over the hour. So thank you very much for joining us. Watch out for us next week. As I say, we're going to crack on with that diorama there. Lots to be revealed. And it's starting to turn into, I guess, James's age. James has turned 110. Oh my God, could you imagine? That would be cool, though. If I'm honest, if I was 110 and I was still able to make models, that would make me a very, very happy person. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for being with me. Like I say, we've got a lot coming up this year in the Model Officers Mess. A few things are going to change, but it's just going to make it so much bigger, so much better. And you're going to love it. Trust me, you're going to love it. So until next week, ta-ta for now.